Sixth day theory, huh? Interesting. What is going on, crypto peeps? Welcome to the Traveling Crypto. We have a lot to get in today, a full jam-packed show for you. Is the 6-day theory an actual valid theory? EOS price to go to 1,000? The formation of a genuine Bitcoin city? And which sovereign nation just adopted crypto as its national currency? And of course, we're going to be getting into a little bit of market analysis. So let's jump right into it. Looking at the market cap for today, again, we're around 338 billion. Not much has changed since yesterday. Bitcoin dominance around 38%. A few cryptos making single-digit percentage gains over the last 24 hours. Bitcoin is currently at $7,478. Again, it's in this limbo trading zone from my perspective, a no trade zone between 7 and 7,500. There isn't really any significant indication of what is to come. Unless, however, you believe in the 6-day theory, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard of by now, but it is relevant, or the reason I'm talking about it today is because it's June 5th. Tomorrow's June 6th. So if you're not familiar with it, it's basically a theory that's based on a daily chart of Bitcoin saying that on the 6th of every month in 2018, we either see a high or a low in Bitcoin's price. And you see here is January, February, March. And it kind of has a sine wave pattern, you know, where it starts at the top, you see a bottom, another top, another bottom, another top. And, you know, a lot of people are based off of this are surmising that something drastic is going to happen tomorrow. Of course, it's more realistic that we hit a Bitcoin bottom as opposed to a Bitcoin top, because in order to beat out the previous month's top, we would have to grow $2,500 today, basically. Yes, today. And that's just to match the previous high. So we would have to surpass that in order to achieve a new top, which is not going to happen. If we do beat the May 6th high by tomorrow, I'm announcing right now on this show that I will sell all of my cryptocurrency and just start trading penny stocks. Anyway, that's enough of the 6-day theory. If we take a look at Bitcoin's 1-day chart, you will see that we actually did hit a swing low on May 29th. The low here was $7,040, depending on which exchange you're looking at, but it was around there. It closed at between 7,400 and 7,500, which is kind of where we are now. We do see today's green candle actually pumping pretty aggressively. We do need this green volume. Again, we do need volume in order for these prices to rally and for that rally to stick. I'm not announcing that, you know, you can't say that there's a reversal on the way without volume and without an actual pattern and a resistance level that is broken, confirming that. So we're definitely not in any sort of reversal mode yet. We might be on the way there, depending on if we get some healthy volume here and what happens with today's candle. We do need this candle to the next few candles to remain green in order to avoid this double death cross here. And I made a video on this a few days ago, could be even more than a week ago at this point, but this green is the 100-day EMA. This blue is the 200-day EMA. And if the green falls below the blue, that is something that hasn't happened since 2014. And when it did finally happen, it actually went on for almost a year and a half. Again, I talked about this yesterday, but the event that precipitated that was the Mt. Gox debacle, which we don't have today. One interesting thing, if you look at the monthly chart, you'll see, this obviously we're on June 5th, so this is the beginning of the month. But I wanted to alert you to something. We haven't had back-to-back bear months since going all the way back to, this is July 2016 and August 2016. That is the last time we had two bearish candles back-to-back. It's these two right here. And obviously this was accompanied by a period of very low volume, similar to what we see here. Here's the volume for May 2018. You'll see that it's below the 20-period moving average, which is this orange line right here. And obviously we're still in the beginning of June, so we can't prejudge. But keep an eye out on this, because we haven't had a period of back-to-back bearish months since 2016. So if that trend continues, that could be good news, meaning that June will actually be a positive month or a green month. Obviously, that just means that the month closes higher than it opens, and it opened, if we look at this chart, at $7,485. So we need to close above that for this candle to remain green. This is a hilarious piece of analysis. I'm sure those of you who are on TradingView are familiar with a lot of these ideas that some of these pro users are putting out, but this is the funniest one that I've seen, especially this cryptomaniac guy who has a pretty decent following. He's got 3,088 followers on TradingView. That's quite a bit. And he's saying that EOS is going to 1,000, and he drew this blimp-like pattern here without much analysis and just a straight shot really up to $1,000. I personally don't think he's serious. Some people actually do. The crazy thing is people forget about the fundamentals of trading, whether we're talking about stocks or crypto. So if you look at the market cap, for instance, right? People always ignore market cap or circulating supply. Look at EOS, and I'll just pull up a calculator here real quick. But EOS has a circulating supply of 896,149,492, right? So you would have to multiply this by your price projection. In this case, EOS is currently at $13.82. He's saying that it will go to $1,000. That would mean that the the market cap for EOS at that price level is $896,149,492,000 just for EOS, and this is by the end of the year, right? Our current market cap is $337 billion. This is every single cryptocurrency in existence that is traded on the exchanges that CoinMarketCap tracks. Put together, the market cap is $337,524,000,000. And this guy is saying that, based on his price projection, EOS's market cap alone is going to be close to $1 trillion or close to $900 billion. That would mean that the market cap itself, the overall market cap would have to be in the trillions in order for this to occur. And not just 1 trillion, I mean multiple trillions in order for EOS's market cap alone to be worth 900 billion. So it's funny. I personally, again, I don't think that he was serious. My point is that people ignore fundamentals. Like you see all these price projections on YouTube all the time. People ignore fundamentals, right? You still have a circulating supply. You still have a market cap. You still have a proportion of what that coin's market cap is to the entire market cap. You can't ignore these elements. Anyway, on to more serious things. Some of the news I wanted to get into today. This right here is actually something that's happening on June 6th, which is tomorrow. Japan's internet giant GMO will launch 7nm Bitcoin miner on June 6th. This miner here has been long anticipated. They're planning on shipping this out at the end of October 2018, but supposedly the semiconductor chip in this miner is revolutionary, and it's something that they are touting to be a next gen product and something that miners should be excited about. So that might be good news for Bitcoin. The fact that it's happening in Japan or in Asia, where we hear a lot of the cryptocurrency FUD is a good sign. More news coming out of Japan. Yahoo Japan confirms interest into the crypto space. They are acquiring a stake in a Japanese cryptocurrency exchange that is already licensed by the country's financial regulator. Again, that is good news. In conjunction with the lifting of the ban that came out a couple days ago from China. And in other cryptocurrency news, just to confirm that cryptocurrency is becoming more ubiquitous and is here to stay, there is a Bitcoin city, an official, genuine Bitcoin city that is on its path to launch in Slovenia, in the city of, how do you pronounce this? Ljubljana. Sorry to all of my Slovenian listeners and watchers if I mispronounced that, but this is going to be officially the first Bitcoin city in the entire world, where it's basically a complex that stretches 475,000 square meters and is filled with 500 retail stores, all of which will be accepting cryptocurrency. And some of the stores currently do accept cryptocurrency. And here is a picture of the Slovenian Prime Minister using cryptocurrency to buy a cup of coffee in the city. This is actually awesome. I wish that more cities or locales were brave enough to try something like this. And I wish it was actually closer to where I am. I mean, Slovenia couldn't be further away from Los Angeles, but yeah, I mean, I would definitely consider visiting this, when they near completion or when it's complete. I would definitely go. I would make a trip to Ljubljana in Slovenia just to make a video of me shopping around in this Bitcoin city, buying random shit that I don't need. And just a couple of last tidbits. The Marshall Islands officially make crypto their sovereign national currency. The new cryptocurrency, called the Sovereign, very original name, will take the place of the USD as the sole national currency. And just looking at the story a bit further, the first sole sovereign cryptocurrency has been signed into law today as the Marshall Islands, a sovereign state and UN member, which is very important in the storyline, has put in place a bill to make its national legal tender its own cryptocurrency. And here's why it's super important that they are a UN member. Actually, this guy here, Ran Nunar, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, buddy, but he sums it up really well in this tweet. He's saying, if a sovereign nation not under sanctions, part of the UN, has a legal tender in their country, the banks must support it. Here are some docs showing that Marshall Islands meets all criteria and has signed a bill in Parliament creating the world's first sovereign cryptocurrency. So that is a great point, that because they are a UN member that aren't under sanctions, right? They're a free sovereign nation, that the banks now must support it. Now, obviously, banks can choose not to conduct businesses with the Marshall Islands, but the fact that, a sovereign nation has already declared cryptocurrency as their sovereign national currency. And going back to the story that we just presented a couple minutes ago, the new Bitcoin city forming, as well as China lifting bans on cryptocurrency. I mean, it is becoming more ubiquitous. You hear of these stories more and more every day, and it just gives hope to people within the community. Last story of the day: CEO of Binance Labs wants the ICO bubble to burst. Ella Zhang, CEO of Binance Labs, the cryptocurrency exchange's blockchain incubator, says the ICO bubble needs to burst for the industry to move forward sustainably. It's good to hear it from the horse's mouth. I mean, this is something that we parrot and repeat in the crypto trading community all the time. And we know that the first target or the low-hanging fruit of government regulation is most likely going to be ICOs. Already in the United States, where I live, ICOs are nearly impossible to engage in or trade in. And that's why you see companies like EOS not going the traditional route of doing an ICO, instead selling an ERC20 based token first and then doing a token swap later. You see a lot of startup cryptocurrencies just airdropping or using the airdrop functionality in order to spread awareness about their cryptocurrency project. So, who doesn't agree with Ella Zhang of Binance Labs? Just to summarize what she's saying, we'd like the bubble to break. We still see a lot of hype in the market. Valuations are high and unreasonable. We really think if the bubble bursts, it's a good thing for the industry. My only thing with that is, I go back and forth with this, right? Like, I would much rather the crypto community itself be held accountable for its actions. So I would rather that the market itself bursts the bubble of shit coins or fake ICOs or scams, right? Versus the government coming in and trying to regulate things. Because I feel like once government regulation, becomes a norm in cryptocurrency, then it will extend, or the government will try to extend its powerful hand over other elements of cryptocurrency and not just isolated to ICOs. So I do want the ICO bubble to burst, right? But I think it would be a lot more beneficial and helpful if that bubble burst came from within the crypto community, where traders stop investing or trying to trade in these shit coins or these ICOs or pump and dump schemes, etc. That may be asking too much of our cryptocurrency community, or it might be something that eventually phases out. That is it for this video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, leave a thumbs up if you got anything out of this video. Start a conversation in the comments section or hit me up on the Discord. It's 100% free. Link is in the description. Sign up to the Patreon for the weekly top crypto picks and the trade alerts. Stay safe out there. Peace.